Hi church, I just wanted to say hi from Guatemala and let you know how much we miss you, and we're praying for you guys back home as well. And I just want to thank you for praying for us. We've had quite a few answered prayers this week, and I know that God has been faithful in answering your prayers, and we really appreciate you praying for us. I have so much to share, but basically several answered prayers we've had is one, safety. We are well, we are doing fine, and we're all healthy, so I just thank you so much for that, because there's been a lot of times when it could have been different, and I know that God has been faithful in answering your prayers for us. Also, we've been able to do a lot of research. First, the bad news. The bad news is that in the bigger cities, the bigger towns, and the bigger villages around here, trafficking is here, and it's pretty bad. We've heard stories of women and girls, young girls, who have gone to the different cities and villages for work. One particular woman told me how she had gone into the bathroom to clean it. Someone told her that the bathroom was dirty and it needed to be cleaned, and someone came up from behind her with a rag and had maybe some sort of drug on it and knocked her out for a whole day, and she woke up in a hotel room and she was being trafficked there. Luckily she was able to escape that, but I can tell you more about that when I get back. A lot of stories like that. Another bad news is that there's not a lot of help for them. There are very few safe houses, and the safe houses that are here aren't safe. A lot of them won't even go to them because they're worse off. They're abused worse at the safe houses than they are even if with the trafficking situation. Another bad news is that there's a lot of violence against women and a lot of sexual abuse that goes on even in the homes of these kids that are here in the local villages. It's I've heard the word common, I've heard the word normal to describe this, and so anyway, that's kind of the bad news. The good news is that people are very open and receptive to prevention. They're really open to us coming in and talking to the kids about how they should keep their private parts private, and how other people can't touch them, and it's okay to empower themselves to say no, which has been really good. We did a promo program over at a program called Happy Tummies, where they feed the children that are poor, and it went really well. We talked to the parents first, and we're a little nervous about that. It could have gone either way on how they responded, but they really responded well, and we're very grateful to us for coming in and wanted to talk to the kids. And as we talked to the kids, our hearts were broken because the missionaries and the pastors there were pointing out which ones had already been raped by family members or were acting out sexually, so they thought they might be in trouble. And it was really hard because they were so young and so small, and it was really hard. But the good news is that, you know, they're open to the prevention, they're willing for us to come in, they actually want it, and the good news is that trafficking really isn't here in the small villages yet. I do have to say that with the caveat of yet, because they're all getting on the internet, they're all getting on their phones and everything, and I think the parents are quite unaware of how that will affect the kids. So there, you know, as you know, maybe that 99% of all trafficking victims are never rescued, and so we have a wonderful opportunity here to prevent, and they want us to come in. We went to a school to talk to the principal there about trafficking, and she immediately wanted us to just start talking to the kids, like right then. And you know, we weren't prepared for that, but we will be next time, and we'll be able to come in, and the schools are very open. Also, answered prayer are divine connections. Oh my goodness, church, this has been amazing how God's hand has been with us through this whole time. We've talked to judges and teachers and social workers and pastors and healthcare workers and NGOs and governmental agencies, and they've all been very good. I trust them, and they will learn to trust me, and you as well. I can't even put it into words how much we've seen God's hand in that, and they're all very welcoming. Impacto is the main ministry here that wants to partner with us in prevention, as well as maybe bringing a safe house down here. I don't know. It's up to God. God's will be done. and very excited about a lot of different programs. And I don't want to get ahead of myself and talk about all those other programs that I have in mind, because I really want to talk to Pastor Christian about this first, to see, just to run things by. However, I am very excited, and what we've discovered is there are a lot of ministry opportunities down here for Christian Life Church, should you want. Even like mission teams, and even young people and families could come here and do this kind of work. I have lots of ideas. So Jane and Dina and Lupita, I think you might want to start getting a Spanish class prepared for everyone. But in the meantime, keep praying. We have a few more short days here. We'll be heading to Guatemala City next, and that is probably the most dangerous place we'll be. I have a few appointments there, so be continuing to pray for those divine connections and the trust. But I'm very grateful to you and miss you a lot, and we will be back next Sunday. So may God be with you and keep you safe and well until we meet again. Dios te bendiga.